about Teresa?
Tita.
What about Christy?
Kitty.
What about Nana?
Nana.
What about Grandma?
Mama.
What about Peepa?
Papa.
What about Grandpa?
Bear.
What about Steve-O?
Deeper.
What about Austin?
Open.
What about Alex?
Axe.
What about Kyle?
Cool.
Who?
Who?
What about Kyle?
Good job.
What about Kaka?
Gaga.
What about
Gaga.
Gaga? What about Woody?
We
What about Gerald?
cook.
What about Teresa?
Tita.
What about Cortney?
Kitty.
Kitty? You're not Kitty. I'm Cortney. What about Darren? What about Daddy?
Day.
What about Jake?
Day.
What about Charlie?
Try.
What about Kaka?
Kaka.
What about Steven?
Deeper.
What about Papa? What about Harley?
Hey.
Say, come here, Harley. What about Boots? What about Patches? Patches, kitty cat. What about Grandma? What about Olivia?
Yeah.
Olivia?
Yeah.
What about Chuck? What about what about Nettie?
Nanny.
What about Cortney? Who? What about Christy? What about What about chickens? What about donkeys? What about Jennifer? What about Jack? Jack. What about Karen? What about Jake? What about Nene? What about a rooster? What about a buffalo? What about old MacDonald? What about happy birthday? Yeah. What about good job? Good job. What about Peapot? What about Peapot? What about nose? What about fingernail? Fingernail. What about pants? What about shoes? Socks? Hair? What about hair? What you want? Chocolate? What about chocolate? Where did it go? What about chocolate? Chuck. What about blanket? What about blanket?